Merry meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch for a general reading for all signs for today, the 14th of May, 2023. Moderating on YouTube is the lovely Honeypaw, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Shirley. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us for this general reading. I'm reading with this gorgeous Stone Marseille Tarot today, and I'm going to purify with this Verbena by Coswell Mozzie. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. I like to use the perfumes rather than burning smudge, just because I don't like smoke in the indoors. This is a general reading, like I said, for all signs for today, the 14th of May, 2023, going out to everybody, whether you're watching with me live or on a restream. It does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it, because it may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available on my website for quick and easy restream. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube, you can always fast forward through these shufflings if you don't want to watch me shuffle by following the bookmarks in the video description. I have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. It's an affiliate store. We list all the different tarot decks that I read with, and we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. Let's see. Did I tell you? Oh yeah, it goes out to a lot of people. I already told you that. Something else I was going to tell you. Oh well, I'm just really happy that you're here. That's all that I know. And I'm just going to shuffle this deck up about 3 more times, and I think that should be sufficient. And then we can see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 14th of May, 2023. I'm so happy to be back. I was gone for almost 3 whole weeks on vacation, and believe it or not, it's been not quite a week since I've been back, but I'm still jet lagged. So please bear with me if I'm a little out of it, but I think I will still give a very accurate reading. So let's see what's going on with everybody. I've got this Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Well, this is powerful, having 2 aces. So you really have everything going your way today. You know, there's nothing that can stand in the way of you. Now, aces are winners of the deck, so they take a lot of tricks. The only thing that can take something that's an ace is a trump card, right? So if you're playing the game of tarot. So these are very, very powerful cards. These are the root powers of each of the suits that they represent. So this is the wands. So this is you having a lot of power in your chosen field or your work, the things that you're passionate about. And this is the suit of swords, which is a triumphant, winning card. So no matter what kind of conflict you're going through, you're the winner. You are the winner. It may not always seem that way, but you are. And you have to just look at yourself objectively right now. You know, take yourself out of the situation and just look at yourself non-emotionally at what's going on and recognize that you're right where you're supposed to be. Right in the right place, right at the right time, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And what you don't want to do is listen to other people's opinions about what you're supposed to be doing, because they are not accurate. So this valet de paix, this Page of Swords, it can be called the card of the liar. And it's not necessarily that people are lying to you intentionally, but people don't know you the way they think they might. They don't know, they don't understand things. They don't understand what's going on. They don't understand the kind of power that you wield. And so they are looking at things from their own very limited perception. And it's really easy, if you're not careful, to get sucked into somebody else's perceptions and abandon your power. And that's exactly what you want to be on guard against today. People don't know So no matter how convincing somebody is with their words today, you have to run everything by your own inner bell, your own intuition, and you're the one in charge. You really hold all the power, and remind yourself of that today. You have all the power of decision today. What you're doing, the things that are important to you are important. Don't let anybody discount what's important to you just because they don't understand it, or because they want to manipulate you maybe into doing or having something other than what you're interested in. Don't let them be a wet blanket on your passions. And also, don't just give in to things today in order to, quote, resolve conflict. It's not a resolution of conflict just to surrender. It's not. So today is not the day for you to let everybody else dictate for you who you are and what you are. Today is the day for you to own that power, to really own your power of independent thinking, of your power of being a winner, your power of knowing what you want, your power of making sacred those passions that are within you. And then this Page of Swords is putting you on guard to protect those passions. Don't let anybody belittle you today. Not even subtly. Just be on guard, because you these things that are important to you are very sacred, and you don't want to allow other people to mess it up for you, or to try to mess it up for you. Keep yourself in charge today is the bottom line. Okay, coming out of a 5 of Cups, sitting right on a 9 of Wands, and moving forward into the Moon card. Okay, so the 5 of Cups is, there's been some emotional distress. There's been some sadness. There's been some emotional conflict with many of you. And it's out of this emotional conflict that you're getting inspired. So you want to recognize the inspirations that you're having, the desires that you're having that might be at odds with other people. It's important for those discordant experiences to come up in your awareness so that you can make some choices. It's not just having peace at all costs that's important. So if what your passions are doing is causing conflict, that's important to see, because it's not the passion's fault. It's the well, how do I say it? It's the fact that there's a disconnect between what is important to you and what other people want for you. And you know where I'm going with that. It's what's important to you that needs to be honored, not necessarily what other people think you should be doing. And that can be scary. It can be sad. It can cause, like I said, emotional conflict. It can even cause arguments and all kinds of things. But you need to hold your ground. You need to hold your ground. Don't just give in to other people saying, no, you need to be this, do this, have this. What this Ace of Wands represents is your mission here on this planet, and it's not up to you to convince everybody else of the validity of your desires and missions. It's up to them to either accept you for who you are or just move on. Right now, this 9 of Wands is a fatigue that you've been experiencing. Now, normally when I have the 9 of Wands, my response is you need to get a lot of rest. You need to really take care of yourself. And that's still true. But I want you to look at the fact that the fatigue also needs to be blasted through, because a lot of this fatigue is coming from emotional fatigue with you being at odds with your own desires. Right? So what needs to be blasted is not your desires, but the things that are standing in the way of you achieving, being, doing, and having the things that give you great joy, that you're very passionate about. And sometimes we really are I don't like the word tested, but that's the word that's coming up for me right now. Sometimes we really are tested. Sometimes we really are challenged, as to, am I going to stay true to my convictions, or am I just going to go along with what everybody else wants so that I don't make waves? And that's what's causing the fatigue for many of you, right? And don't let people throw illusion all over your desires. If you really get down to brass tacks here, you know what you want. You know what's going to make you happy. You know your path. You know the things that are making you tick and where you want to go and what you want to do and how you want to get there. You know. At least you have a good sense of it. So when other people kind of offer to you their opinions, a lot of times what that does is it puts this pall of illusion all over things, and it makes you question, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe that is stupid. I guess they're right. Maybe I'm stupid for thinking about these things. I should just go along with what, with what everybody else says, because, that's going to be easier. That's absolutely off the track. This is a card of illusion and delusion. And this card of illusion and delusion is a warning to you that other people have no freaking clue what's good for you. They don't. They don't know. They don't know what's good for them half the time. So how can they know what's good for you? Right? Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not trying to set it up so that you're in conflict with people, but I am setting things up so that you can stand your ground and not let your innermost desires and your innermost passions and the things that are motivating you, that are just trying to start to take hold and bring you forward in your life. You don't want those things to get buried and to get killed and to be put on the back burner. That's not okay. And don't believe the nonsense that people try to tell you. And everybody's different as to who these people are. Some people, it's not actual people in their lives. It's listening to opinions online, or listening to opinions on news or whatever, or reading articles or trying to conform to status quo so that you feel accepted and that things are easier for you. You don't want things to be easy necessarily, although they can be. But what's more important than making things easy is making things right. Right? You want to be yourself, and you want to follow those passions. There's nothing that's going to substitute for this. I don't care what it is. No amount of money, no amount of anything is going to substitute for the satisfaction of you following your heart. And so don't let yourself be talked out of your heart's desire. And this is a really important time for many of you to just stand your ground. And you can be loving, you can be compassionate, you don't have to, like I said, get into a conflict with people, but you also don't need to be bowled over by other people just because they don't like what you're doing or understand what you're doing or agree with what you're doing, because there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. What you're doing is absolutely perfect. So you're in a really, really powerful time right now. Don't allow other people and opinions about you to quash your dreams and to quash your passions. You go forward boldly, because that's what you're here to do. You're here to complete your soul's mission, not to placate other people. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I'll be back on Tuesday for another general reading. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators. Today we had Honeypaw and Shirley, and we will see you in a couple days. Blessed be.